One practice aims to create new pathways for kids who commit certain kinds of crimes. Diversion is designed to lead them away from the legal system.
That's right, but critics argue it opens the door for more bad behavior. WLWT News 5's Todd Dykes is here with a closer look. Hi, Todd.
Hi, Ashley and Chris. Yeah, kids who make bad decisions and get tangled up in court cases can be saddled with the fallout for the rest of their lives. While criminal acts involving things like guns and sexual aggression call for very serious consequences, new numbers from Hamilton County show that in many situations, helping troubled teens see the light can be a game changer.
You guys are my last resort. Please help me.
That's the kind of thing Diamond Russell can hear from a frantic mom or dad on any given day.
You're never really prepared for what's going to come through the door.
Russell works as a service navigator at Hamilton County Juvenile Court's Assessment Center.
A lot of times what we see are parents are scared. They are afraid for their children.
6 years ago, juvenile justice expert Dina Naderman helped launch the assessment center in this former house in Corryville. It's where service navigators help teens charged with crimes of varying degrees, including some felonies, but far more low-level offenses like truancy and disorderly conduct.
There's certain charges that we can handle unofficially without the court being involved.
My main part of my spiel is I'm not here to judge you. That's not my job. I would just prefer you to be transparent with me so that we can really pinpoint what it is that you're struggling with.
The goal is to create service plans that connect troubled kids to mental and behavioral health counseling and other support systems.
When we were envisioning the assessment center, we wanted to start very early. We know research tells us that when you intervene when a family is in crisis, they're more likely to participate in the services.
If children accept responsibility for their actions and do what the court asks, their cases can be dismissed. So far, the assessment center has worked with more than 2,000 young people. In some instances, parents knock on the center's door asking for help.
We say, come on in and let's see what we can help you with.
Whatever the situation, the assessment center is designed to help divert children away from detention and toward better outcomes in the future.
The kids and families love the fact that they have the option of diversion.
Megan Taylor manages the center, which parents can also call to get help for a troubled child or request assistance online.
Most kids know that they did something wrong, and so we like to work with kids and families to say, how do we prevent this from happening again?
The answer to that question is closely monitored.
We all have anecdotally what we feel about things, but data tells us, are we making the right moves? Are we doing the right things?
Numbers from the center show about 80% of cases handled by service navigators have ended with a juvenile not pleading guilty to a new crime in the year after getting help.
In the juvenile justice system, if you have a 60% success rate, you are doing outstanding.
The dent the center is making in the number of repeat young offenders does not surprise Diamond Russell.
I usually try to get them to think about what would they do if they were in the victim's shoes. 9 times out of 10, I've got the children who are like, okay, Miss Diamond, I hear what you're saying. It may have taken me a couple of weeks, but you're right.
Now, the 80% success rate that I referenced does drop when you focus on a much smaller subset of kids that the center works with, those charged with a felony. In 2024, for example, a quarter of young people in that group did plead guilty to a crime within a year after getting help from a service navigator, leading to more scrutiny by juvenile court workers. Reporting live tonight, Todd Dykes, WLWT News 5.